of old school music fam? Let's talk about one of the most iconic creators behind some of our favorite TV shows, Eric Monte. You know his work, Good Times, The Jeffersons, What's Happening, just to name a few. But behind the scenes, it wasn't all glitz and glam. Monte seemingly faced some serious backstabbing and hardships after his major contributions to these legendary shows. Let's break it all down. First, if you're a fan of shows like Good Times or Sanford and Son, you'll be shocked to learn what really went down with Monte. Despite creating some of the most loved TV shows of the 70s, he says he wasn't properly compensated for his work, and in my humble opinion, he clearly was not. In a prior interview with Soul Train, Monte opened up about how he had to fight for what was rightfully his. He even took legal action against Good Times in 1977, but even after winning $1 million settlement, he still didn't get what he deserved. Imagine that. A creator of shows still airing decades later only receiving 1% of the royalties. Monte said, and I quote, "The settlement was for $1 million and 1% of Good Times. I also get a portion of the royalties of Good Times on DVD." I asked about Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, and What's Happening. They said nothing. Crazy, ain't it? But sadly, the story only gets more heartbreaking. After winning that settlement, Monte invested his money into a stage play if they ever come back. Unfortunately, the play flopped, and Monte's financial troubles only deepened. To make matters worse, he also struggled with addiction during that time, and eventually, he was forced to file for bankruptcy. And if that's not enough to break your heart, in 2005, this brilliant man, who created some of our most cherished TV shows, ended up homeless and living in a Salvation Army shelter. That's right, paying just $300 a month for shelter, food, and counseling. Talk about injustice. But hold on, because there is a bright spot in this story. In a twist of fate, then Illinois State Representative Ken Duncan, someone who grew up watching Good Times, stepped up to help Eric Monte get back on his feet. Duncan organized a small fundraiser and helped Monte find affordable housing. Duncan said, "We want him here in Chicago. This man should not be going out like this. I grew up on Good Times." That's me. I grew up in the 70s looking at that show. It's amazing to see someone step in and give Monte the dignity and respect he deserved all along. Monte's story serves as a reminder that we're all just 1 or 2 steps away from experiencing hardship ourselves. As Duncan so perfectly said, we are all 1 or 2 months away from being an Eric Monte. This story could have had a completely different ending if not for Duncan's support. At least in the end, there's a bit of hope for Eric Monte as he continues to rebuild his life. Here's to wishing him continued success and positive energy. Now, before you go, let me know what you think about Eric Monte's story. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. I love old school music, old school news with a new point of view.